I'd like to thank everybody here. This is my first opening conference as well, and this is only one of the first Agile events that I've been to. And I want to thank everybody for being kind of so open and accepting of me, and then for being so playful and fun with each other. Everybody was in the improv session, everybody was circling up with us after. It's just so nice to see so many people get so excited about stuff and so ready and accepting new ideas and things and willing to play. So thank you all.
I know we already thanked the team, but I just want to extend another thanks because basically how this happened was I went out for lunch with Declan and Jennifer one day and I said, I want to do a project in the Agile community and I don't know what I want to do. Do you have any ideas? And
Declan said,
and then, so I was like, okay, well, I'm getting married in May, so we got to do it before then, and we decided to do it in June. I said, well, I'm not going to be able to participate for like a month because of my wedding. And so I went away, and I came back, and suddenly we had all these sponsors, we had all these people coming, and it was just so fantastic to have this wonderful team of people to work with, where I could just count on them to like get the job done, and look at what we created. It's just fantastic. So thanks for everything.
So this is actually my fifth time at an open space, and I have to agree with Alan that Detroit a couple of years ago was a huge gathering and transforming experience, and I'd like to, having done open space several times, I just have to observe that it never gets routine, it never gets boring. There's always, and I just like to thank everyone for both old friends and family members and new people for always coming to the circle with new and interesting and great things and great ideas to bounce off each other and take away. And I always go away from these with about 11 bazillion new things that I want to try on my own team. And so thank you all very much.
In the work that we do, we're challenged a lot with building self-organizing teams, and people always ask, well, does it really work? And every time that I am at an open space, I'm very happy that we can prove to ourselves that it really does work, that we can really build something without somebody managing the whole thing, we managing all ourselves and building something great. So that's what I like about it all the time.
Reflect on something that was said earlier that about the connections between people and the community aspects of these kinds of things. I look at these kinds of events as having two streams of content. One is the content that appears in the grid, on these flip charts, and on the videos, and all the Twitter stream, and all that content. That's great content. But really, the output is those connections. The output is the sense of community. So, by all means, please build on all of the tangible content that we have, but more importantly, more challenging, more difficult, is how do you maintain that tenuous, intangible connection with people across time and distance. And I would just encourage you to sort of reflect on how individually you're going to do that, and to think about how you can, in a way, bring some gifts to the rest of the community to maintain those connections. Think about what if we held meetups, what if we held, whatever form that you guys find for yourselves. I just encourage you to maintain the engagement between Agile coach camps, because it's quickly lose energy. It does dissipate, and so it takes work and effort and intentionality to keep that.
In deference to Patrick, drum circles.
Drum circle.
Twitter drum circles.
sponsors, Creative Options. They did send a sign along to say we are hiring here in Waterloo. They're looking for QA engineers, software developers, project managers, and application support engineers. So if you want some more information, it's up here.
Are they agile?
Yes.
They want to be.
They want to be.
Well, I think we're nearing the end, and there's been lots of thank yous going out, but we certainly do need to thank our sponsors, and I'll just repeat them so that you know about this, because we really want to make this a free event. Your price of entry was initially your position paper, and for other Agile Coach Camp organizers, I think it's a really good one, because it just makes sure that you get people that are motivated enough to say why they want to be present and what they're going to give. And that's sufficient to screen extremely effectively. I think I only turned down one. I didn't turn it down, I just sent it back for why don't you rethink it, and I didn't hear back. And I think Naresh said the same thing when they planned the first one. So you don't need, that little position paper is sufficient just to gain acceptance. So we did that so that it was free for you. And that was only available because we could get sponsors to fund. So they were Open Text and Institute for Computer Research, version 1, Bertie Consulting, MKS, Agile Alliance, Point Click Care, Pixis, a few of them are here, Thought Corp, thank you, Dino, Atomic Wax, Peter Bennis did our website, Communitech, Lightspeed, IMS, CMI Group, and Creative Options. So thank you.
And Declan.
And Declan.
Yeah, we need one bad pun.
Well,
Do you have one?
I do, so I couldn't figure out why the baseball was getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Then it hit me. So, I mean, come on, Rudy.
Kind of want to go far. Second that.